Alright YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a drop shot button for Call of Duty. First off, you're going to have to take your controller apart. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on that. After you do that, just right here, your B button right here, it's going to have carbon on it. That's what the black stuff is, and it's really hard for you can't connect solder to it at all. So just scratch that off with an X-Acto knife. Don't do it too deep, because if you do pass the brass, or the copper, it'll screw up your whole controller and just break your B button or your A button or whatever you're doing it with. So once you scrape it off at the bottom, scrape it off at the top too, and then take this bugger out, and then you're gonna go to Radio Shack or Home Depot and buy some buttons. And depending on the size of the buttons is how big you're gonna drill your holes. So just find a nice spot where you're comfortable, where you want your fingers to go, you know. If you have bigger buttons, you're going to have to take your rumbles out, and you're going to have to drill those plastic pieces. And then right here, these are what hold your rumbles tight in your controller. You're going to have to cut those out. I just use the drill. I've heard people using their soldering iron, I guess. I'd rather use a drill though. And then just put your buttons in there. And then once they're in there, just set your little controller in there. You're going to get some wire. I use 22 gauge. You should probably use smaller. I just couldn't find anywhere I was buying the wire from. And just connect the wire from one side of the button, and then connect that. You're going to want to solder it to the bottom where you cut it off right here. And then the other side, connect the wire, and then solder it to the top where you cut it off right there. And these are really difficult to solder. I really don't know why. But a trick that I've learned is try to put solder on there before you put the wire, and then once it's on there, put the wire and then solder it, and it works a little bit better. It's still pretty hard, but yeah, that's all you do. And you can do that with all your buttons, and you can do it on the left or right side. If you have, they sell like these little bitty square ones, and if you can get a small drill, you can pretty much put them wherever you want. Well, thanks for watching.